Welcome all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the environmental studies. This is your SYBSc lecture regarding the environmental studies. Today we want to discuss about the renewable and non-renewable energy resources. Energy resources are important for our life because we need energy for our daily life for different purposes. Energy sources are divided into two types. One is a renewable and second one is a non-renewable energy resources. Actually, what is the difference between them? Renewable energy and non-renewable energy resources. First, renewable energy. Renewable energy is obtained from the sources that are essentially inexhaustible. Examples of renewable resources include wind energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, hydroelectric energy, biomass, etc. The most important feature of renewable energy is that it can be harnessed without the release of harmful pollutant. That means environment is not affected due to the pollution of energy resources which are used. Okay, for example, as wind energy, solar energy, geothermal energy, that means non-renewable energy resources are harmless for the environment, right? And beneficial, they are beneficial because they are harmless for the environment, as well as they are easily available and they reproduces again and again. While non-renewable energy is the conventional fossil fuels such as coal, oil, gas, which are likely to be depleted with the time. That means they decreases, their amount goes on a decreasing on consumption day by day. That means in future, if you want to use non-renewable energy resources for the long period of time, in today's life we have to use these renewable energy resources for the energy providation purposes in our daily life, right? Suppose you think about the renewable and non-renewable energy resources. There are some examples here explained in pictorial form. Suppose this is the renewable energy resources. For example, biomass, solar energy, water energy, wind energy, geothermal energy. While in non-renewable energy resources, nuclear energy, oil energy, coal energy, natural gas, etc. These produces again and again, while non-renewable does not produces again and again. They depletes with the time, right? If you think about the energy resources, that means contribution of energy resources in our daily life, okay, including both renewable and non-renewable. There in our daily life, there are maximum percentage of non-renewable resources are used in today's world, right? Only 30% contribution for the renewable energy resources, while non-renewable energy resources include coal 60.8%, natural gas 8.4%, diesel 0.4%, nuclear 21%, and hydro 15.13%, right? That means we have to increase the renewable energy resources in our daily life. Okay. Suppose taking first example of non-renewable energy resources, that is sun or solar energy. Sun is the energy factor for our earth or for us. Energy of the sun, that means solar energy comes to the earth in the form of radiation or photon. This photon, that means suppose you think about the solar energy, this photon should be converted into the electric energy by using some suitable devices. In modern residential solar power system, use photovoltaic or a PV to collect the sun energy. Photon means protons are nothing but the light, and voltaic is electricity produced by chemical reaction. In commercial residential PV module range power output from 10 watt to 300 watts in DC current. A PV module must have an inverter to change DC electricity into the alternating, that is AC current energy, in order to use many electrical devices and compatible with electric grid. That means both sun energy is converted into both AC and DC energy, that is electric energy. For that purposes, this is a pictorial diagram. This is the sun photon radiation. They come on this solar plate panel in which solar energy is converted or light energy is converted into electric current. This is charge controller. In this charge controller, energy is stored in the batteries and battery provide the DC supply, and if AC supply is required, then batteries are connected to the inverter and it gives the AC supply, right? Why should we use the solar energy? Because solar energy having the many application in our regular life, including, for example, heating and cooling of residential building, solar water heating, solar drying of agriculture and animal product, salt production by evaporation of seawater, solar cooker, solar engine for water pumping, solar refrigeration, solar electric power generation, solar photovoltaic cell, which can be used for generation of electricity, and solar furnaces. These are the only examples. We can use many applications of solar energy in our regular life, right? Then second resource is wind energy. Wind energy is a free renewable resource, so no matter how much it is used today, there will still be same supply in the future. Wind energy is also source of a clean, non-polluting electricity, unlike conventional power plant, because in conventional power plant we use fossil fuel and they create some pollution or some particular matter in the form of ash or some gases which are hazardous for the environment, like nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. This also causes human health problem and economical damages of the gases. Wind energy is converted into the electric energy by using some suitable devices in which wind flow is used, and this wind flow is used to moving the turbines, okay, and so that they can convert wind energy into electric energy, right? Then next important resource is hot water springs from due to the geothermal energy of the earth. Actually, what is the geothermal energy? Geothermal energy is the heat from within the earth. We can recover the heat as steam or hot water and use to heat building and generate electricity. It is a natural part of energy flow within the earth depths. Most of the commercial grade production geothermal energy is harvested along localized and geothermal system, which is a heat flow is near enough to surface that hot water or steam is able to rise either to the surface or to depth that we can reach by drilling. This is pictorial representation of a geothermal. That means the fumes or vapors are used to rotate the turbine so that energy is converted into electric energy. Then next one is a tidal energy. Tidal power or tidal energy is a form of hydropower that converts the energy obtained from the tides into useful form of power, mainly into electricity. Tides are more predictable than the wind or the sun. Among sources of renewable energy, tidal energy has traditionally suffered from relatively high cost and limited availability of a site with sufficiently high tidal ranges or flow velocities, thus constricting its total availability. If you think about the tidal energy resources, this is the pictorial diagram. Suppose this is a land, this is sluice gates, this is sea, this is barrier, high water mark, and turbine. This turbine are rotated by using the tidal energy, so that this tidal energy is converted into electric energy. Suppose tide is coming in, this is sea and tides are coming towards the land. This is turbine and generator, and this rotate. Suppose tide going out, that means it moved from land to sea. Again turbine is generated. That means electric energy is generated by tide coming in or going out. Okay, this is the beneficial. Then next energy resources, renewable energy resources, is biomass. Biomass may include wood fuel, rubbish, alcohol fuel, crop, or landfill gases. What is a biomass actually? Biomass is an organic material that comes from plant or animal, and it is a renewable energy resource. Biomass contains stored energy from the sun. Plant absorb the sun energy in the process of photosynthesis, and they store the energy in their body, right, in the form of biomass. When this biomass is burned, the chemical energy in biomass is released as a heat, and this heat energy is useful for many purposes. Okay, this is sufficient about the renewable energy resources. For further reading, you can read books or go through the Google or observe the YouTube lecture for extra knowledge purposes. Right. In next lecture, we will consider about the renewable energy resources. Right. So, thank you all of you. अरे यार, रेकॉर्डिंगच नाही झालं ना. नाही ना, ते आधीच होतं, ते चुकलं होतं. आता मला थोडी बडबड करावं लागेल.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेलकम.
मोबाईलवर चांगलं येईना ना, म्हणून तर इकडे डोकं लावतोय मी. हा, welcome all of you. We are going to discuss about the environmental studies, and in today's lecture we want to discuss about the renewable and non-renewable energy resources. Particularly, in today's lecture we will discuss about the renewable energy resources, which are daily use in our, that means which are beneficial for our daily life. Actually, energy resources are an important one because they provide the energy, okay, which is essential for our daily routine work, right? That means we consume the energy in various form in our daily life. This energy is provided either renewable or non-renewable energy resources. Actually, what is the renewable and non-renewable energy resources? Renewable energy is energy obtained from the sources that are essentially inexhaustible. Examples of renewable resources include wind energy, wind power, solar power, geothermal energy, tidal power, hydroelectric power, biomass, etc. The most important feature of renewable energy is that it can be harnessed without the release of harmful pollutant. This is one of the most advantage, right? Because environment will goes safe. Okay, that means there is no any harmful effects while using the renewable energy resources in our daily life. While if you think about the non-renewable energy resources, these are nothing but the conventional fossil fuels which never produces again and again easily. This fossil fuel may include coal, oil, natural gas, etc., which are likely to deplete with the time. Also, if we consume non-renewable energy resources, it provides some hazardous effect to the environment, because while combustion of this fossil fuel, there are some gases exhaust, okay, in the environment. These are not safe for human life or environment. If we think about the consumption or percentage of contribution of renewable and non-renewable energy resources in our daily life, in today's world, non-renewable energy resources having highest contribution as compared to the renewable energy resources. If we want to use the non-renewable energy resources for the long period of a time in the future, we have to use renewable energy resources in our daily life. Coal, which is non-renewable, produces having contribution 60.8%, okay, while natural gas 8.4%, diesel 0.4%, nuclear energy 21%, while renewable energy resources having only 13% contribution in our daily life for providation of energy. These renewable resources, this is pictorial diagram: radiation, sun, solar energy, wind energy, biomass, okay, right? And this is example of non-renewable, okay, diesel. Then we have to consider renewable and non-renewable. Biomass: in the renewable, biomass, solar energy, water energy or hydrothermal energy, wind energy, geothermal energy. While non-renewable energy resources may contain nuclear energy, oil, coal, natural gas, in oil, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. Okay. First, renewable energy resources. In the renewable energy resources, one of the most important source is the sun or solar energy. Solar energy, that means sun energy. Sun provide the energy in the form of radiation to us. Okay, this radiation also called as a photon. This photon either converted into electric energy as a DC or AC. For example, modern residential solar power system use photovoltaic PV to collect the sun energy. Photo, okay, means produced by light, and voltaic is electricity produced by a chemical reaction. Commercial residential PV module range in a power output from 10 watt to 300 watt in direct current. A PV module must have an inverter to change the DC, that means direct current electricity, into the alternating current energy in order to use by some electrical devices and compatible with the electric grid. This is the solar energy, pictorial representation how to convert the solar energy either in a DC or in a AC form. Radiation from the sun comes on the solar plate or solar panel, where some chemical reactions are taking place and radiation energy is converted into electric energy. This is charge controller. This electric energy stored in the form of battery, which provide the DC supply, while it is connected with the inverter, so produces the AC supply. This solar energy is beneficial to us because it is a use in many because it has a many application in our daily life. For example, heating and cooling of a residential building, solar water heating, solar drying of agriculture and animal product, salt production by evaporation of seawater, solar cooker, solar engines for water pumping, solar refrigeration, solar electric power generation, solar photovoltaic cell, which can be used for electricity, and solar furnaces. These are only the few examples. There are many examples. The second energy resource, which is renewable, wind energy. Wind energy is a free renewable resource, so no matter how much is used today, there will still be same supply in the future. Wind energy is also source of a clean, non-polluting electricity. Unlike the conventional power plant, wind plant emit no air pollutant or greenhouse effects. It is a clean fuel source. Wind energy does not pollute the air like power plant that rely on combustion of fossil fuels such as coal or natural gas, which emit the particular matter, nitrogen oxide, sulfur dioxide, causes human health problem as well as economical damage also, or environmental damage also. This wind energy is converted, right? This is wind flow by moving the turbines, okay, by this type of, आपण त्याला पवन चक्क्या म्हणतो, right? By using these devices, we can convert wind energy into the electric energy, right? Then next is geothermal energy source. Geothermal energy is a clean heat from within the earth. That means inside the earth there is a energy, and such kind of energy is called as the geothermal energy. We can recover the heat as in the form of steam or hot water, and used to heat building or generate electricity. It is natural part of energy flow within the earth depths. Most of the commercial grade production of a geothermal energy is harvested along localized and geothermal system where the heat flow is near enough to surface that hot water or steam is able to rise either to surface or to depth that we can reach by drilling the earth surface, so that we can run the turbine or move the turbines, right? This is pictorial representation of geothermal type of energy. Then next is a tidal energy. Tidal power or tidal energy is a form of hydropower that converts the energy from the tides into the useful form power, mainly into the electricity. Tides are more predictable than the wind or sun. Among the sources of renewable energy, tidal energy has traditionally suffered from relatively high cost and limited availability of a site with sufficiently high tidal ranges or flow velocities, thus constructing a total availability. This, suppose if you think about the diagram, this is the sea, this is the barrage, okay, this is the surface gates, this is land, high water mark, and here turbine is a place. When tide is coming from sea to the land, then this turbine get moved by using the energy in this due to this tide, and electricity is generated. Also same, when tide are going out from the land to the sea, again this turbine move and there is a production of electric energy, right? Then most important energy resource, renewable energy resource is biomass. Biomass is available in the form of wood, rubbish, alcohol fuels, crops, landfill gases, etc. What is the biomass energy actually? Biomass is the organic material that comes from plant and animal, and it is a renewable source of energy. Biomass contains stored energy from the sun, because during the photosynthesis process plant produces their food, and this food is stored in the form of cellulose, or it is also called as a biomass. Okay, when biomass is burned, the chemical energy of biomass is released in the form of heat, right? That means by burning the fuel, by burning the alcohol, we can produce the energy. Okay, this is about the renewable energy resources. Okay, in next lecture we will consider, or we will discuss about the renewable energy resources. Okay, so thank you all of you.